Well, hello. It is the middle of April on Canada's west coast. We left the marina this afternoon and ended up, because it was a late start, we just came down to Princess Cove and we anchored in pretty much the exact same spot as the last little trip with Devlin. We're in about 18 feet of water. The tide's going to drop about 3 feet tonight and then go back up, so that's lots of water for us. And yeah, sandy muddy bottom here. The rest of the trip is going to be just around the Gulf Islands, but you guys will see where we're going as we get there. You guys probably haven't seen this guy for a while. It's my dad, and he's been on the boat once.
Yeah.
Him and my mom came down for a few days, but we only took the boat out for a day sail. So this is the first trip going out for a cruise.
Yeah.
What do you think of the boat so far?
Oh, fantastic. Very comfortable for one thing. And I'm getting older, so comfort means something.
Yeah.
Here you just relax. It's heavy, easy to steer. No, it's a pleasure.
And we're getting out for about a week. Gonna cruise around the Gulf Islands.
Yeah.
And for those of you, probably no one knows, but my dad just turned 87. So he's out cruising around, jumping around the boat, hopping in and out of the dinghy. Yeah. And we're in Princess Cove, so you've never been here, obviously. But we're all tucked out of the wind.
Yeah.
Ready for a good meal and see where we get to next.
Yeah. Good night's sleep. It's comfortable. The bed's big and comfortable. So we're going to have a good trip. So far it's been great.
And who else is on the trip with us?
Tate. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Tate with us.
Yeah.
So he's all grown up now, 23 years old.
Yeah.
And he's down there on his phone, but we'll get him to say a few words later.
Yeah. And he's running around with shorts on in the cold weather, and I've got warm clothes, so that's a typical dress for a young guy.
Yeah.
I'd freeze running around with shorts on in this cold weather, but for him he's quite comfortable, so
yeah,
we're getting along.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good trip.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
It's good. The rain stopped, but oh no, it started again.
We're happy to have you here. There's 3 generations.
Yeah.
There's my dad over here.
Yeah.
And then myself and Tate. 3 generations.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty awesome trip with the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Well, good morning from Princess Cove. The sun is out. Super calm night. Very calm morning so far. And got a little cool overnight, so we turned on the S-bar before bed, a couple hours before bed, and then running it again this morning just to take the chill out of the cabin. Oh, overnight we only got down to 15 feet of water, so that was about spot on for what the tide prediction was, because we were in 18 feet. When we got here, it went down to 15, and right now we're in 19 feet. So, yeah, as long as I'm not going below 10, because we draw almost 7. But nice to be tucked in way at the end here. I let Devlin know that we're back in our spot. So she was happy to hear that. I think we're going to have some breakfast, take the dinghy around to Conover Cove, check out the cabin with all the name plaques and signs, and then we will come back and then probably head over to Montague Harbor next. I know I've been there lots with you guys, and here lots, but my dad and Tate's been to Montague a couple times with me, but my dad hasn't seen any of those places. so have to take them there. And we'll see what the day brings. What do you guys think?
Unbelievable, Al. Unbelievable. I've seen small places you've taken me to on the island, going up to Rupert, but they were just little pieces. But it's unbelievable. You have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, a lot of names.
Oh, and the whole building is covered with them. To see a picture of it is interesting, but to stand here and look at it is unbelievable. Fantastic.
Well, we're on our way, and easy departure from Princess Cove. We've got about almost 8 miles to go to get to Montague Harbor. So we'll see if there's enough wind to sail, but we're not in that big a hurry. So we'll see. It's nice to have these short days of just like a 1 hour distance to go. What do you think of this, sailing now?
Nice. Nice and quiet. The motor's quiet too, but this is kind of a little more quieter, a little nicer speed. We're not in a hurry, so this is perfect.
And we've just rolled out the head sail because we're only going a short distance, so that'll get us there fast enough.
Oh, and it's not choppy or anything. It's nice. It's a lot better steering this boat than your other one.
Yeah, it tracks pretty straight.
Oh, easy to steer.
Well, we made it to Montague Harbor. I'm on the exact same mooring as I was last time I was here. It was 7.8 nautical miles to get here. We had a good sail. We motored just out of Princess Cove. Then we rolled out our head sail because there's a bit of a wind close hauled. But we thought, well, let's try and sail a bit. And then it sort of went onto the beam. Then we rolled out the stay sail. So we had the 2 head sails out, and yeah, speeds over 6 knots at times. It was great. We sailed right to the narrow part, just coming into Montague Harbor. There's like a little narrow channel. So we rolled up the head sail, turned the motor on, and came in to grab a mooring. There are 2 other boats on moorings and 0 boats on the dock. So it's Sunday evening, so maybe that's why. But we've got nearly the entire harbor to ourselves. There's a few boats out to my left on the other side of the harbor that are all private moorings or anchored on their own. But on this side in the park area, just 1 powerboat and 1 sailboat, and then us. We got lazy crew member number 1. He's the youngest guy. And lazy crew member number 2, the oldest guy. Well, it's the end of the day. I don't know where the day went. We didn't even make it to shore. We just lounged around on the boat, enjoyed the sunshine, and just relaxed. So we'll see what we get up to tomorrow. We may go for a little walk in the morning and see where we get off to next. Well, we've made it to Ganges at the marina. How was the sail over, or the motor over?
It was good, a little windy, a little cool, but really nice. We had all the comforts of home, so it didn't bother us at all, the weather. And actually the trip over here went quite fast.
Yeah, it was just over 7 miles.
Yeah, we made it here pretty quick. Now the sun's shining, the wind stopped, so couldn't be better.
And we'll go check out the town.
Go check out the town, so we still have lots to do, lots to see, so it's another exciting day. Yeah. We're just following Al around though. Wherever he goes, we're happy. We've seen a lot of things already, a lot to talk about when I get home. Yeah.
Well, it's a couple days later. We decided to stay 2 nights here in Ganges, and we had some beautiful weather while we're here, but now it's taking a turn. It's I think it's the 24th today of April, so still early in the season, but fingers crossed we get a little more good weather on the trip. But we are heading to Todd Inlet today. At least that's the plan. So we'll see how far we make it. There's not much wind. There's a tiny little breeze right now, but it's supposed to die off to light winds by noon. It's about 9:30 a.m. right now. And float plane. A lot of float planes in this area. So yeah, we will depart here in the next 10 minutes or so and make our way down to Todd Inlet. I think it's about 22 miles. I'll have to double check that. But a little bit more of a run today than we've had the last few days of travel. Well, we made it to Todd Inlet. It was a pretty wet trip down. It was 4 hours and 23 nautical miles to get here. We're anchored in 19 feet of water. It's low water right now, and we're pretty far up the inlet. A couple other boats here already anchored, and we just had a bite to eat, and I think we're gonna go for a little walk around, stretch our legs. Well, we just got back from a little walk on shore, and lots of fun trails around here, and signs of old industry. So I think it was about 100 years ago or more, there was a cement factory here, and right behind it was the quarry, and that quarry is now Butchart Gardens, which is a world famous gardens that is actually very beautiful. So I guess when the quarry retired, the family started making it into a gardens, and now it's open to the public for a price, but well worth a visit to Butchart Gardens if you've never seen it. The only thing left of the cement factory are just some foundations and pilings, but yeah, wonder what it looked like here 100 years ago. When we came in, we saw this huge concentration of jellyfish, and I can see it off just to my left still. So there's jellyfish throughout the whole bay, but there was this one area that was just super concentrated. Yeah, we're gonna stay here tonight. The rain's held off. It's a super peaceful place. Super busy here in the summer though. We're gonna make some smokies, relax for the rest of the night. It's after 5, so it'll be nice to get some dinner. We've actually got chicken skewers, but we're gonna have smokies first, chicken skewers later, and then we'll call it a night and see what we get up to tomorrow. So what did you think of the trip?
It was fantastic, very relaxing. Al called me and asked me if I want to go on a week's trip up the coast. Just take our time. I said, great. He's going to take a week off work and just relax. And then he called me back and said his son Tate's coming. So that was even better because Tate's young and full of energy, and we had a great time. We sailed. If we got some wind, we went sailing. Just took our time. It was a really a good break for them from work because they both are working, and it was a break for me because I was working in the yard. So it was enjoyable, fantastic, lots of things to see, and it was a perfect relaxing trip. No rush.
Yeah. And what did you think of the boat?
Oh, the boat's fantastic. I tried to do most of the steering because it was so nice to steer such a heavy boat. It was easy to steer, not like a smaller sailboat where you get a little bit of wind or a little bit of wave and you seem to be fighting it. But this one, it just plows through. So I think I did most of the steering and I enjoyed it.
Yep. I would just get us out of the harbor and back into the harbor.
Yeah.
You did the rest.
Yeah, I did the rest.
And
And we lucked out. Al's a good cook, so he did the cooking. And Tate and I took turns washing the dishes.
Yeah.
So,
and any highlights? What was your favorite spot?
well, definitely the most favorite one was the one with all the signs that the boaters left in there with their boat number on it or their.
Well, that's Wallace Island.
Yeah, it was perfect. Now, we saw that when you took me up from Vancouver to Rupert on your sailboat. But it was just in a small place with a
Had a hot springs there.
hot springs there, yeah. And there's only a few signs, but that was impressive. But when I saw this one, that whole building was covered with them, and I couldn't believe it. How many years would it take to put all those signs up?
Been a lot of years, I bet.
Yeah, that was impressive. For me, that was the most impressive part.
And then how about Todd Inlet with all the jellyfish?
Oh, I couldn't believe it. The water was just thick with jellyfish.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So many of them. And it was a perfect place to anchor because it was quiet and it was also a nice walk on the beach.
Yeah, some nice trails there.
Nice trails, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this won't be the last trip, and I'm looking forward to having you out again for another one.
Oh, well, I'm always available. I'm retired, so I'm always available. And I'll go anytime.
Yeah.
I always enjoy it.
Oh, good. And this time you had your own bunk.
I had my own bunk and no rush, which at my age, it's kind of nice not to hurry.
Yeah.
It was a perfect trip, and we had good weather. Towards the end, it got a little rainy, but the start we lucked out. We got excellent weather, sunshine every day.